Hello, it's Mama, and in this video I want to talk about why Postal 1 works really well, yet Hatred, a game that is heavily inspired by it, doesn't. To be clear, this isn't going to be a takedown of Hatred or me ranting about how the game shouldn't be sold or don't play Hatred. Matter of fact, I do enjoy Hatred, and as someone who believes in art expression / freedom, I genuinely believe games like this should exist. I simply want to talk about both games. Let's not go Postal here. Firstly, let's give a quick recap about the games. They are both mass shooter simulators. You play as a man who's broken and goes on a killing spree. There are multiple levels, and it ends with the MC being stopped and the massacre ends. On paper, these games are really similar. Like, really similar. Hell, you can play as the Antagonist and Postal Redux. So why do I consider Postal 1 a horror masterpiece, but I can't say the same for Hatred? It comes down to one thing. What is the game's message? In Postal 1, it's not just mindless violence. There is the loading screen art, the war journals, the elementary school ending, and the credits art screen. Postal 1 wants to criticize the proud country of the US of A, the trigger-happy police, the lack of mental health care, the unthinkable happening at the elementary school, which we all know is the norm now. Postal 1 has aged like wine. Its message holds up. In my opinion, it's timeless. Running with Scissors wanted to make a powerful statement, and they did. Hatred, on the other hand, that's a purpose, or message. You simply go around killing people. That's it. One man going Postal and enjoying it. There's no meat on the bone. Postal 1 has so much on the plate. It makes the game more memorable. There's still fruitful discussions. Postal 1 goes beyond the game itself. That makes it very special. You can't say the same for Hatred. I want to be clear, a game doesn't need to have a purpose or a message. I do enjoy Hatred. To even give it credit, visually and gameplay wise, it's better than Postal 1. It's a fun game. I even like that to get health, you need to perform executions. It's a story moment being told through gameplay. The antagonist gets life by killing others. He believes that's his purpose and it motivates him to continue. It's a little character moment. I wish there was more. In addition, it helps that Postal Dude is sympathetic. Yes, he's a monster, but the game does its best to tell the player he's not simply evil. He's a broken man who has mental health problems, and because of the proud country he lives in has failed to help him, it has resulted in the Postal Dude to go postal, and he believes he's saving the country from a disease. He has moments of weakness, and he's scared. The antagonist from Hatred just wants to kill everyone. Again, there's no meat on the bone. He simply hates people. Why? 'Cause they suck? Not much to say? Yet people till this day talk about the Postal Dude, who he was, what happened to him, and why he went on a mass shooting spree. For example, we know he has a dog because of the doghouse in his garden, and he may have some military experience because he uses military terms in his war journal. These little subtle details tell us so much about the Postal Dude. You can't really say the same for the antagonist from Hatred. In his defense though, he does live next to a bus stop. That would drive anyone mad. And that's really it. Postal 1 wants to explore and dive deeper into the horrors of the proud country of the US of A's culture, and Hatred wants to go shooting. And that's okay. It's really clear that the devs who made Hatred love Postal 1 and they simply wanted to make their own thing, even though I wish there was more to it than just killing people. I'm glad they made the game they wanted. Perhaps in the future they'll make a game that goes beyond. Also, Hatred is what people who never played Postal 1 think what Postal 1 is, and that's hilarious to me. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me, or do you think that Hatred is better than Postal 1? Or is Hatred just an edgy game? Wait, isn't both games edgy? I want to know. Anyway, see ya. My name is not important. What is important is what I'm going to do. I just fucking hate this world and the human worms festering on its carcass. My whole life is just cold, bitter hatred. Roll credits, and I always wanted to die violently. This is the time of vengeance, and no life is worth saving. And I will put in the grave as many as I can. It's time for me to kill, and it's time for me to die. My genocide crusade begins. Here! The Postal Dude, on the other hand, is like, I'm a people person.